my big wheel. Yes, it was just that special, my little legs spinning around as fast as they could go. I can even remember the first time I guzzled down my first syrupy Big Gulp from 7-Eleven. But I am actually a little too young to have been around at the very beginning of the universe, which is described in the theory known as the Big Bang. As many of you knew, 6,800 of you knew that that was the right answer. 305 of you thought it was the Big Wheel. All right. So that right answer put 76% of the future mob still in the game. Very nice. Just over 3/4 of you. Past mob, you are leading the way at 81%, a 5 percentage point lead, which is considerable, but it's still early. Folks, when a clock stops ticking, time does not stop along with it. Here is question 2. According to the saying, even a broken clock is what? Better than a flashing VCR, not gonna make me on time, or right 2 times a day. Now, you might be too young to remember back when the power would go out on your VCR and it would reset the time to 0 and just flash incessantly until a grown-up got home to reset it. But the saying in the question actually comes from the fact that an analog clock stuck at, let's say, 12:30 will still accurately reflect the 2 times we experience 12:30 in a 24-hour period. Thus, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. 4,743 of you got that one, but we wiped out a lot of you with not going to make me on time. Close to 1,500 of you. Past mob, you were up at 61%. Future mob, you're down to 51%. The tables have flipped, and past mob, you are now squarely in the lead. Interesting. Let's see what happens as time keeps rolling along to question 3. According to the first words of each movie, when does Star Wars take place? A long time ago. In the year 3000, or next Tuesday. Anything to do with a technologically advanced society seems like it's in the future. The events of Blade Runner are supposed to happen in 2019, which is next year, and Alien doesn't even happen until 2122. But right there on the screen, at the opening of every Star Wars film, are the words, "A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." 3,831 of you knew that that was the right answer. Past mob widens the lead to 12% ahead at 52%. Future mob, you are at a mere 40%. Wow. I saw someone in the comments say, this is easy, but things are going to get harder, my friends. We've just started getting warmed up. All right. So Nostradamus is credited for predicting pivotal events in history. That brings us to question 4. What were Nostradamus's supposed final words before dying? Those Tide Pods look delicious. You will not find me alive at sunrise. Or, let's see how this pistol works. Nostradamus, the famous future seer. He spent many of his final years battling extremely poor health, and he did not need too much foresight to spot the writing on the wall. Nostradamus knew he was dying, and he even had his lawyer draw up an extensive will for his wife and his children just weeks before he died of heart failure. And, the night before he passed, he told his secretary, "You will not find me alive at sunrise." 3,543 of you got that. That was almost everybody. We did trick a few of you with "let's see how this pistol works." And yes, Pink Walrus, Tide Pods look delicious is just messed up. They didn't have Tide Pods in Nostradamus this time, but he knew they'd be coming. All right, here we go. Let's move on. A 78 card deck of past mob, you're at 48%. Future mob, you're at 36%. This is an interesting game. Let's see it get more interesting as we move along. So a 78 card deck of tarot cards includes 22 symbolic cards known as the Major Arcana. With that, here is question 5. Which of these is not one of the Major Arcana cards in a deck of tarot? Is it the Fool, the Hermit, or the Spock? I once went and saw a psychic. She read my palms and told me that I'd be losing a lot of money soon. And then she charged me $50. Man, she was good. Just like this joke. When that psychic ripped me off, I felt like the Fool, which is indeed one of the Major Arcana cards. And so are dudes like the Magician and the Devil and the Hermit. But the card that is clearly not part of the Major Arcana, and not even a tarot card at all, is the Spock. As a lot of you knew, 2,892 of you, we knocked out kind of a decent amount on the Fool and the Hermit. All right, good. Got to keep the smart ones in. All right, past mob, you are really pulling ahead. You are at 42%. And future mob, you're down to 28% of you still in this game. You got to start catching up soon. Work can be very hard to find for a psychic. unless you can get a job with the hoax lovers' paper of record. Here, my friends, is question 6. In 2017, National Enquirer psychics predicted which will happen this year. Johnny Depp will declare bankruptcy, Barack Obama will appear on Broadway, or Ellen DeGeneres will get pregnant. Most psychics I've heard of, I guess, are technically freelancers. They've got their own little shop set up with all the lights on the outside. Wouldn't it be incredible if you were a psychic who could get actual regular employment? Does the National Enquirer offer dental benefits or a health plan? Probably not. But their psychics did not need healthcare to predict that Johnny Depp will declare bankruptcy this year. Yeah, we'll see about that. Oh, we wiped out a lot of you on this one. 785 of you thought it was Barack. 587, interesting, all the numbers in 785 rearranged. Thought it was Ellen DeGeneres would get pregnant. But no, 1,381 of you knew that it was Johnny Depp. We did wipe out a ton of you. Past mobs down to 20%. Future mob is at 14%. It is time to jump in on those bonus lives. If you've got those hearts lit up red right there, you need to stay in this game because there's cash money on the line. If you don't have bonus lives and you don't know what I'm saying already, go become a VIP member. Subscribe. You'll get bonus lives and you can stay in the game. Guys, let's think about time this game. You know, like, you only get one chance to live this life. Time only moves once. But in Arena, you can actually stay in the game with more lives and stick with it. You can, like, experience reincarnation, something none of us will ever actually do in our real lives, or maybe we will, depending on your religious tradition. I'm far out, guys. The point is, get those bonus lives, stay in this game. What are you here, to lose? No, you want to stay in and win. So get bonus lives, come back, and keep playing with us. All right. The coolest part about time zones is that you can live in the future while others are living in the past. Here is question 7. What marks the starting point of every time zone on the planet? The prime meridian, the international dateline, or the Tropic of Capricorn? All right, so let's say you want to go back in time. You actually can do it. The international dateline functions as a line of demarcation which separates 2 consecutive calendar dates. So when you cross the dateline to the west, it's 1 day later, and then when you cross back, you'll go back in time to the previous calendar day. Cool. But the starting point for all time zones is actually Greenwich Mean Time, which is located on the opposite side of the world from the US and known as the prime meridian. 811 of you got that answer right. Past mob is down to at a mere 8%. So interesting. This game is still kind of close, although Past mob, I have to say, your lead at this point is looking fairly commanding. But Where is Zero says, guess I'm out. Bye. Thanks for playing, Where is Zero. Glad to have you here. All right, 3 questions left. It is said that those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it, which brings us to question 8. What part of the brain is responsible for making and storing memories? Is it the amygdala, the cerebellum, or the hippocampus? If you're sweating this question out and you're getting all nervous, that's okay. It's probably just your amygdala going into emotional overdrive. And that phone that you're holding steadily in your hand, you can hold it that way thanks to the movement and coordination efforts of your cerebellum. Now, maybe you already knew the answer to this question, but you forgot it, in which case you can blame the part of the brain responsible for making and storing memories, which is the hippocampus. Tough question. Let's see how you did with it. 344 of you got it right, but that's far less than the 463 who got knocked out because they thought it was cerebellum. Fam, I see you saying "aw man" and "dang" in the chat. You have to stay in this game and use those bonus lives. Did you come here to not win? You're using your valuable time to play trivia with us. At least you can take advantage of the opportunity we're giving you to grab some of that cash money that's on the line and stay in this game by using bonus lives, either by using the ones you already have or going and subscribing and becoming a VIP and getting not only bonus lives, but also Ask the Mobs, which relieve you of the responsibility to think for yourself. All right, 2 questions left. Throughout time, there have been many, many amazing people. Now, few of them are worthy of the title greatest of all time, but here is one of them in question 9. Who did Sport Science name as the greatest sports person of all time? Michael Jordan, Pele, or Muhammad Ali? Now, some athletes truly are breakouts in their sport. Muhammad Ali was nicknamed simply the greatest. And we even got a line of shoes out of his airness, Michael Jordan. But according to the TV series Sports Science, because he brought his sport to the masses and helped put soccer on the map in America, the greatest sports person of all time is Pele, the man with the accent on his name. Only 53 of you got that question right. The percentages are low. Pass Mob, you are at a mere 0.88% of your original starting number of members. Future Mob, you are exactly halfway behind at 0.44%. This game is not over yet. We still have one final question, but you gotta stay in this game. This is the one to answer. Remember, there's $100 on the line divided by how many of you are left, which I have to say is not many of you. A lot of you thought that was Muhammad Ali. So, yeah, let's do it. This is it. This is the time, the final question. We are here at the end of time. Just a boy and his blue box. Just kidding, but we weren't going to go through a whole game about time and never mention Doctor Who even once. Anyways, I digress. Once again, I just want to say this is your last chance for this quiz. If you get this question right, you are going to win some money. It'll go into your account. And our question has to do with one of the most revered scientists of our time, a man who gave us a much greater understanding of time itself, Professor Stephen Hawking. Good luck, mobsters. It is question 10. Before his passing, what future event did Stephen Hawking warn us about? Nuclear war will end mankind, AI will replace all humans, or a black hole will eat the Earth? Stephen Hawking was revered for his lectures and his views on quantum physics and black holes. But early last year, the good doctor shifted his concerns when he warned readers of Wired magazine, and I quote, "If people design computer viruses, someone will design AI that improves and replicates itself." And then Hawking went on to say, "I fear that AI may replace humans altogether." So, our winning mob coming from behind is the Past Mob. Congratulations, Past Mob members. Future Mob, if that applies to you, good work. You hung in as hard as you could. Each one of you will take home 87 cents. Okay, respectable. But Past Mob winners, congratulations. You'll be going home tonight with $1.73 in your future. Brown
Whoa, that was really cool. Happy Sunday, Qsters, and welcome to Survivor Mode. All may enter, one may win. So I hope you guys came with your A game tonight because you could be the lucky winner of our biggest game ever. One person is going to be walking away with $2,500 tonight. Yes, please. I'm your host, Madeline Dodd, and so thrilled to be with you guys on this Memorial Day weekend. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Madeline Dodd. I hope to connect with you there. And don't forget, the Q is also on social media, so hit us up at the Q. So hit that follow button and stay up to date on all things